Okie dokie, I think we are live. I think we're live. Yeah, we are. We will wait for a few people to get in. And yeah, we'll talk some boxing, man. We'll talk some boxing. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Yo, big up to Unrivaled Boxing Talking News. Already here. What's going on, man? How you doing? And thank you very much. Happy B-Day indeed. 26 years young. Still in my athletic prime. My sexual prime. I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. What can I say? Yeah, I'm doing good, man. Big up to Timmy Nealon. Hopefully you're doing well, son. Hopefully you're doing well, and thank you very much. Yeah, being a weird one, obviously, I wouldn't do a live stream on my birthday. I'll be doing better things, but due to what's going on right now, can't really do much else. So I thought I would fire one up. Just a quick one, really, just a quick one. Talk some shit, and we'll get off. But yeah, man, it's crazy. Crazy times we live in. Crazy times. Yeah, this fucking cat's doing my head in. Okay. My fucking YouTube's frozen in the background. Let me sort that out. Okay. Anyway, how you guys doing? There we go. One second, lads. Let me just see what's going on. I don't think I've missed any major boxing stories. Nah, not really. I'm looking at it right now. Nah, nothing at all. Yeah, whatever. We'll make some topics up as we do. We'll make some topics up. Okay. Awesome. Anyway, yeah, hopefully you guys are doing well. Hopefully you're staying fit, you're staying healthy, you're keeping active, you're keeping your mind active anyway. That's the main thing right now, is keeping your mind active. I'm kind of lucky, man. At least I'm working from home. I've got something to occupy myself with, but I can't lie, it's starting to get to me a little bit. I'm starting to get a little bit wound up with all this nonsense. I'm happy. I'm getting a bit wound up, but what can we do? What can we do? Yeah, thank you, Nick Campbell. Thank you very much. Hopefully you're doing well as well. Yeah, man, Unrivaled. That's what's killing me as well. No fucking haircuts. It's absolutely killing me right now. Jesus Christ. If I could have one thing right now, it's a fucking haircut. Jesus. God. My hair looks fucking horrendous right now. Absolutely. Fucking looks horrendous, honestly. Christ. Big up to BG London. Thank you very much. Hopefully you're doing well. Again, hopefully you're staying sane. That's the main thing. That's the main thing, man. Nick Campbell, he's got the mullet for the ages right now. Yo, I was tempted to cut my own hair, man. Get a fucking razor or a shaver, sorry, and go for it myself. But I best not. Knowing my luck, I'll cut my own hair. Then the lockdown will get lifted and I'll be fucked. So I'm going to leave it for now. I'm going to leave it and wait it out. But I look terrible. I look absolutely terrible. My hair's never this long. It's crazy. It's crazy shit. But yeah, there's no real boxing news to talk about today, unfortunately. No real boxing news. Mate, my hairline looks crazy. I've got a fucking comb over almost. My fringe is so fucking long. It's crazy. It looks terrible. Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. reflects on his decision to turn pro. Bro, I'm not even going to read that shit. Christ. Yo, big up to Tommy Temper, man. Thank you very much. Big up to Tommy Temper with the super chat or the super sticker. I'm not sure what they call them, but thank you very much. Yeah, I've had a few pints today, Tommy. I'm already well oiled. I'm not going to have any more. I've got to work in the morning, but yeah, had a few. I've had a few already. and I'll put that to the beer fund. Dear. Chavez did the right thing going pro. The guy should have been a pro bloody joker or something. I don't know. Should have joined the circus. Chavez Jr. Absolute disgrace. If there's one fighter I can talk shit on for hours on end, it's Chavez Jr. I can't stand the dude. You guys know that. Have I got a caveman beard on my birthday? Nah, man. I can't really grow a beard, man. I can't lie. I've got a baby face. I'm 26, but I look about 20, 21 kind of thing. Which is one good thing. I still get fucking ID'd. So, yeah, there's no chance of that, man. No chance of that. Yeah, you're right. Unrivaled. He did. He made a lot of money for a guy who, basically all he did was rely on size, cutting weight. Never really had a great skill set. But there we go, man. You can't really be mad at him for that. I would have done the same thing, but yeah, exactly, Nick Campbell. Okay. Yeah, Nick Campbell. The only time Chavez Jr. showed any hunger is when he got the munchies after smoking a blunt. Yeah, exactly. Dear. Unrivaled Boxing Talk and News. Could Daniel Jacobs be labelled as a weight bully? I guess you could say that, but at least Daniel Jacobs had some skill behind him, man. He was dedicated and he was good to watch. He was a skilled fighter. Chavez Jr. literally only got by on size, in my opinion. In my opinion. Chavez Jr. really didn't have much else to offer. He had this reputation of having a granite chin at middleweight. Well, if you're fighting guys who you're 20 pounds heavier than, I expect you to take their punches. When this guy fought someone his own size, Fanfara, he got knocked out. So how good is Chavez Jr.'s chin really? I'm not really that sure, to be honest. His chin's okay, don't get me wrong, but I mean, yeah. Yeah, Chavez, he does the basics kind of well, but that's really it. That's really it. Chavez Jr. though at one point was so hyped, man. He was so hyped back in 2011, 2010, 2011, 2012, before the Sergio Martinez fight. He was so hyped. A lot of people felt he was going to beat Sergio Martinez, believe it or not. A lot of people. In fact, again, believe it or not, I saw Chavez Jr. in pound-for-pound lists before the Martinez fight. That's crazy. That's crazy. He says Chavez Jr. got robbed versus Martinez. Dear. Levi Khan, DeMarcus Corley versus Zab Judah after quarantine is over. Do you know what, mate? I would watch it. I'd watch it. I don't think Zab Judah's in any fit state to fight, but I'd watch it. I'd watch it. Yeah, thank you, MB, man. Thank you very much. Hopefully you're doing well yourself. Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully you're not going crazy. And big up to Levi Khan, a regular viewer. Big up to Levi. Apology, man. Big up to Apology, man. Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully you're staying fit and healthy. I know you're always in the gym, Apology, so I'm assuming you're keeping yourself active. Unrivaled. Chop Chop's going to kill Judah. Yeah, he would. Chop Chop now would fuck Judah up, in all honesty. Yeah, I know, Levi. Yeah, he suffered a bad injury against Cletus Seldin, a.k.a. the Hebrew Hammer, whatever you want to call him. But yeah, he got fucked up in that fight. I think I read Zab Judah's now a nurse, believe it or not, which is a good trade to be in, man. It's a respectful profession. There's no doubt about it. So big up to Zab Judah. You interested in the UFC 249? Yeah, man. I'll definitely watch that. That's this weekend. Justin Gaethje versus Tony Ferguson. I like that fight. It's going to be a fun fight. Yeah, I just want some sort of combat sport. I'll watch it. I'm not sure whether it's pay-per-view in the UK, but if it is, I might even buy it, to be honest. I just want some live sport, live world-class sport. And that's what that is. And by the way, I think Gaethje could win that fight. I really think Gaethje could pull it off. It would be a big upset, but I think he can do it. I think he can do it. Justin Gaethje can punch, man. He can punch like a mule. He'll be dangerous for like the first 2 rounds. But Tony's so tough. You know, if Tony's not been, if Tony's still in there after 3 rounds, he wins that fight. But I do believe Gaethje's a live dog in the first couple of rounds. I really do. And Tony gets hit. Tony gets hit. He's been hurt. Yo, if Justin catches him right and jumps on him, who knows? Who knows? Yo, big up to ABC Def. Thank you very much, man. Unrivaled Boxing Talk and News. Have you heard Tanaka's manager wants to push for the Ioka fight in October? Listen, that's great news. If we could get Ioka versus Tanaka in 2020, that's a result as far as I'm concerned. That's a result. Hopefully that's true, Unrivaled. I think me and you will be all over that fight. It's a great fight. It's a very good fight. Zab Judah smokes more weed than Mike Tyson nowadays. Watch his Hotbox interview with Be Real. I like Zab Judah, man. I like Zab Judah. I wish I could get some right now. I can't lie. But there we go. There we go. That's first world problems, right? Yeah, Anthony Pettis versus Cowboy Cerrone. That's a decent fight. I know both guys have seen better days now, but stylistically, that should be quite fun. I'm taking Anthony Pettis in that one. I think Pettis wins that fight. I think he's got a bit more in the tank, to be honest. Big up to P-Boxing. By the way, if you've not checked out P-Boxing's channel, click on his channel, hit the subscribe button. Really good channel. Same goes for Unrivaled Boxing Talk and News as well. Big up to you two. Yeah, apology. It's my birthday, man. It's my birthday. 26 years young. Still in my prime. You know? Still in my prime. In fact, I'm still green. I'm still green. Fuck that. I'm not even in my prime yet. ABC Def. I feel like Gaethje seems really nervous for this fight. Can't wait for the return of fighting. Yeah, that UFC 249 I think is going to do big numbers just because people are so desperate for sport. People who don't watch MMA may be tempted to buy that card, to be honest. But yeah, I like that. I like that card. Francis Ngannou versus Rosenstrike. That's a really good fight as well. I think Ngannou knocks him out, but it's a good fight. It's a good fight. Big up to Boxing Virus. Yeah, Dominic Cruz versus Henry Cejudo. I think Dominic Cruz, though, surely is shot now. He's been out for 4 years. His last fight was December 2016 against Cody No Love Garbrandt. So, and that was a loss, by the way. His last fight was a loss in 2016. Now he's fighting Henry Cejudo, one of the top 3 pound-for-pound fighters in the world. I can only see that going one way. I would love Dominic Cruz to win, but I can't see it, to be honest. I can't see it. Yo, thank you, P-Boxing, man. Thank you very much. Big up to P-Boxing. And again, check out his channel. Very good channel. I need to make a part 3 of my channel recommendations. I've discovered a few more channels actually recently. So I need to do another channel recommendation video. So P-Boxing definitely is going to be in there, man. Big up to Toby Bartlett. Yes, sir. Spud Squad. Hashtag Spud Squad. Yeah, thank you, Levi Khan. I know you're always here, man. I'll try and live stream a bit more, but you know how life gets in the way. I'm not one of these people who can live stream every day. I've got to be in the mood, right? So I'm not going to force them out, but I do enjoy them when I do them. But yeah, big up to Levi Khan. Yo, we've got Revolution in the building. Yes, I saw that comment, Revolution. I've done a video on best nicknames in boxing. And yeah, he had Friday the 13th, Ahunya. Yeah, I remember Friday Ahunya. He was a heavyweight back in the day. That's a great nickname. Yeah, best nicknames in boxing, guys in the chat. Yo, big up to Revolution. Big up to Apology Man. Thank you for the super chats. Hopefully you guys are keeping well, man. But yeah, best nicknames in boxing history. I mentioned a few that I really enjoy. So Michael Second to None, Merciless Ray Mercer, James Lights Out Tony, Dwight Mohammed Cowie, a.k.a. the Camden Buzzsaw, and a random one from left field, Evgeny, the Molecule from Hell, Orlov. That's some of my favorite nicknames. But yeah, there's some great ones out there. Yeah, the Hispanic causing panic. I mentioned that one as well. Juan Lascano. Yeah, that's a great fucking nickname. The Hispanic causing panic. That's amazing, man. Oh dear. Yeah, James Bone Crusher Smith. I thought that was a good nickname as well. Bone Crusher. That's pretty cool. I've not watched the Celebrity SAS BG London. I've heard a lot about it though. Mr. Tony Bellew. I want to be left alone, Tony Bellew. I just want to get home to my wife and kids, Tony Bellew. Yeah, the Body Snatcher, the original Body Snatcher, Mike McCallum. That's got to be up there. Joe Smith Jr. once beat a guy named Melvin the Romantic Redneck Russell. Fucking hell. Oh, dear. Yeah, the Motor City Cobra, Tommy Hearns. Yes, that was a great nickname. I prefer that to the Hitman, to be honest. I prefer that to the Hitman. But yeah, Motor City Cobra. That's a great nickname. Yeah, Ray Boom Boom Mancini. Atomic Bull, yeah, Atomic Bull. Oliver McCall. Yeah. Yo, thank you, official man. Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully you're doing well. Yo, big up to I nearly said Deldo. Big up to Dark in the chat. Hopefully you're doing well, man. The Explosive Fin Man, Alexis Arguello, yeah. I forgot Roberto Duran as well. Manos de Piedra. That's a great nickname as well. Yeah, that was Anthony Small. So it was Sugar Ray Clay Jones Jr., Anthony Small. He was a domestic fighter in the UK years ago. Never really got beyond domestic level. But yeah, his nickname was terrible. Oh, dear. Yeah, Pernell Sweet Pea Whitaker. That's really unique. That's a good nickname. There's been some very good nicknames. Darvarel Touch of Sleep Williamson. That's a good one. That's a very good one. By the way, check out Official Scorecard Boxing's channel and also check out Revolution's channel as well. Revolution04 in the chat. Sometimes he'll go live. He does a few live streams. He watches fights and kind of commentates on them as they go along. So check out Revolution's channel as well. Mitch Blood Green, yeah. Michael the Bounty Hunter. Yeah, that's another good one. Dr. Steelhammer. I like, yeah, Vladimir Klitschko's got a good nickname. Dr. Iron Fist as well, Vitali. Yeah, Mark Too Sharp Johnson. I was going to put him in the video, but I fucking forgot. Jesus. Yeah, the Nigerian Nightmare, Samuel Peter. Ian Layamount Lewison, yeah. High-tech Vasily Lomachenko, that's a good one. Anthony AJ Joshua, yeah. He's not even got a nickname, man, Anthony Joshua. Let's be honest. Yeah, Chop Chop was a good one. DeMarcus Corley. Ruben Hurricane Carter, yes. There's been some great nicknames. No doubt about it. Yeah, Chocolatito, that's technically a nickname. Same as Canelo. I know not everybody's the biggest Canelo fan, but it sounds good, Canelo. Yeah, the Blade Iron Barkley, yeah. Iron the Blade Barkley. Randy Macho Man Savage. Yeah, the Explosive Fin Man, Alexis Arguello. Yeah, someone mentioned that earlier. That's a good nickname. What's the name of that American heavyweight prospect? Jared Anderson, I think the one you're referring to. His nickname is the Real Big Baby, I believe. Yeah, Jared the Real Big Baby Anderson. Not sure whether that's a shot at Jarrell Miller, but it sounds decent, I guess. It's something different. Kind of, anyway. Chris Rapidfire Bird, yeah. See, I forgot half of these nicknames that you're reeling off. Yeah, big up to AA Boxing and Blunts. Dillian the Villain White. So much better than the Body Snatcher. Because there's only one Body Snatcher. That's Mike McCallum. It's really like there's only one Hitman. That's Tommy Hearns. Dillian the Villain White is good. That's good, man. I enjoyed that. Sergey Slapaho Kovalev. Oh, dear. Derek Bryant, One Man Riot. That's sick. That's sick. Derek Donkey Chisora. Yo, don't go in on Del Boy, man. My namesake. Yeah, Ronald Winky Wright. I nearly said Ronald. Ronald Winky Wright. Yeah, Black Mamba. Roger Mayweather. Manos de Piedra. Yeah, there's so many, man. There's so many. Raiders from LA Boxing. Jamal Tune-Up Charlo. Oh, dear. Ike the President Iyabuchi. That was a good one. Yeah, Ike Bazooka Quartet. There's been so many, man. David the Glass Cannon Price. Oh, dear. Yeah, you are right about Jamal Charlo, though. I've got love for Jamal Charlo. Jamal Charlo actually fights people. His resume is pretty good. But Jamal, man, that guy hasn't done anything since 2016. Let's be honest. Jesus. Like, Jamal's fought some decent dudes. Tony Harrison twice. Avenged his only loss. He beat Erickson Lubin, who was highly touted. Vanis Martirosyan, when Martirosyan was a top 10 super welterweight. Even guys like Gabe Rosado, you know. Jamal Charlo's resume is okay. It's pretty solid. But Jamal, Jesus. Alexander, 50% Down syndrome, Dimitrenko. Oh, yeah, O'Neal, give him hell Bell, yeah. See, I could use give him hell with my surname. I could use that. That would kind of rhyme with my surname, so. Yeah, Jermaine Bad Intentions Taylor. That is a good name. And by the way, Jermaine Taylor really did have bad intentions for his cousin when he shot him up. That's crazy. So Jermaine Taylor, not only is his nickname cool sounding, he means it. So big up to Jermaine Taylor. I'm not sure how Jermaine Taylor's doing these days. I know he got himself in a bit of trouble at one point, but hopefully he sorted himself out. Freddie Little Hagler Norwood, yep. Freddie Norwood was a good fighter, man. Really good fighter. Yeah, the babyface assassin is Marco Antonio Barrera, which sounds pretty cool. I think Shannon Courtney's stolen that nickname. Shannon Courtney calls herself a babyface assassin. First and foremost, babyfaced. Can I be honest? Shannon Courtney in some pictures looks like that fucking trout off EastEnders, Shirley. She looks like a 40-year-old dinner lady in some pictures. I'm not having that. Baby-faced assassin. Shannon Courtney. More like the fucking dinner lady-faced bum. I don't know. Yeah, big up to Unrivaled.
More like the boxer size lesson. That's what she should be called.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, big up to Revolution. Hopefully you're doing well, man. You doing good?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Got some soup, but I'm going to be good with the mute button, so you're not going to hear no slurping. Yes, sir.
Cool.
Dude, yeah. I fucked up, man. Quarantine. I've been lazy with all my housework and shit. I took a shower today, and I got out, and I realized I didn't do laundry too long, so I'm just I'm sitting here waiting for clothes to get fucking dry.
Yeah, Del.
I'm not in the nude, don't worry, but I'm covered up. But
how come no one ever says James Smith? Because for nicknames. Because at the end of the day, most people don't even know him as James. They just call him Bone Crusher.
Yeah. I said Bone Crusher in my video. I like that nickname. It's a cool nickname.
Oh, there's loads, man. There's hundreds of them. In all honesty, fucking the Tasmanian Devil, the Manasseh Mauler never gets really mentioned anymore. The Sphinx the Jinx, fucking Lone Star Cobra, the Cincinnati Cobra, Montekia, which is it literally means butter. And that was Jose Napoli's 6 heads for Andrew Lewis.
Yeah, man. I mean,
even Fury's old nickname, bruh. Tyson Too Fast Fury.
Yep. My favorite of all time, though.
Shit, Too Fast. I get it. Oh,
yeah. My favorite is the Hispanic causing panic, no doubt about it. That's
yeah,
amazing.
that's a sick name, bro. That's a sick name. Like, there's a few out there that I fucking love. Like, I'll be honest, like, the fucking Klitschko's have it down pat, mate.
Yeah, the Klitschko's, theirs are pretty cool. I think Vladimir's is better, to be honest. Steel Hammer, but they're both pretty good, man.
But, you know, like, I haven't seen anyone mention the untouchable, Nicolino Loce.
No, that's a good shout. That's a good shout.
Or Willow the Wisp for Willie Pep.
Yeah. I was saying the worst of all time has got to be Anthony Smalls. Like his was like Sugar Ray. What was it? Sugar Ray Cassius Jr. or something. It's
It was
stupid.
mad.
It's so fucking stupid.
It was like Sugar Ray Roy Jones Jr.
Sugar Ray Clay Jones.
Yeah, Sugar Ray Clay Jones Jr. That was it.
Yeah,
That's his
that's
nickname.
the one, mate. Oh, it's madness.
I got a Bleacher Report pulled up. Top 20 worst boxing nicknames. Do you want to cheat and go through the list, or you want to just?
No, go ahead.
All right, cool.
Yeah, no, pick your highlights. I would say.
All right, I'll go down the whole list because some of these we
No,
said
bro,
were good names.
don't go down the whole list. Just give the highlights.
Well, we said Mitch Blood Green, you guys liked, and they got that at number 20. And I like Francois the White Buffalo. I like the White Buffalo.
That name's amazing. That is an amazing nickname, the White Buffalo.
He fucking looked like a buffalo as well. So
Nate the Galaxy Warrior Campbell.
see, I think that's decent. I can't lie.
It doesn't like. What does it mean though? Like the Galaxy Warrior.
He's gonna
like
take
some
out the
Star
Milky
Wars
Way.
shit.
I talked to Nate Campbell just about 3 weeks ago.
Really?
Yeah, I was talking to him on a hangout, actually. You'd be surprised who ends up in those hangouts, bro. You'd be surprised.
Yeah, Raider from LA Boxing. He mentioned one of my favorites as well. Michael Second to None. Yeah, that's a great.
Well, that's
nickname.
just a great play on words.
Yeah, it's great though, isn't it?
How about Audley A Force Harrison?
A farce. Yeah.
A farce. He's a farce.
Yeah, do you know what's one of the best names, though? And he only got it because he beat someone, the Conqueror.
Yeah.
Raiders Prescott.
Yeah, the Conqueror. Yeah.
How about Vaughn Shake and Bake Bean? These are getting good.
Oh shit.
James the Fighting Cowboy Tillis.
Yeah.
Chuck
But,
Wagner's up
he
here.
went more by Quick. He went more by James Quick Tillis.
Okay, yeah, that's right. As I read that, I was like, I don't really remember that.
That's actually a good name, James Quick Tillis.
Yo, what about Twin Tyson, Cliff Cowser?
Oh yeah, that was the Mike Tyson lookalike, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Darnell the Dingaling Man Wilson.
See, I thought that's pretty cool. I can't lie.
Dingaling Man.
Word up, bro. Word up.
Yeah, fuck it.
Big up to the Dingaling man.
All right, I'm at number. Here's the top 3. You ready? Number 3, Scott the Pink Cat Walker.
That's terrible.
Number 2.
That's amazing.
Number 2, Joel the Love Child Julio.
That's bad.
I like that. I like that, man. The love child.
All right, I haven't even seen number 1 yet. I'm about to scroll down. It's a surprise to me. Here we go. Yo, Anthony Sugar Ray Clay Jones Jr.
Oh shit.
You got it.
Right.
By the way,
Yeah,
a little bit of trivia on Anthony Small. That guy basically joined ISIS. Fact. Genuinely.
That's true. That's true. You know,
Abdul Haq is his Islamic name. It says here.
yo, guys, real quick question for you two gentlemen. If you had if you were to turn pro tomorrow, what would your boxing nickname be? I know what mine is.
Okay, spit it out. I got to think about mine for a second.
Mine will be the albino wino.
Man, I could have used that one. Shit. All right, give me 5 minutes. I'll think of something.
You could be the Ginger Sidger.
I don't know. What would I call myself? Fuck's sake. Man.
You know, I would go with the Cut Man. I know that doesn't really make sense, but my rap name is the Fresh Cut, and some people call me Cut. So
The fresh coat.
I call myself a white Tommy Hearns.
That's the white Tommy Hearns.
I wouldn't have a clue, man. I could use a couple of classic ones, like Lights Out would work with my name. Give 'em Hell would work as well. Like O'Neill, Give 'em Bell Hell,
Yeah.
that would work on my name.
Oh,
I'd have
it's
to
a
steal
bummer,
one.
man, 'cause I don't want to say my real name on the air, you know. But like I want to announce it.
I think I know your last name though.
Go on. No, I don't say it on the air.
I won't say it on the air. I'll send you a message, right? But I think I figured it out.
Okay.
I don't know if I've spelled it 100% correctly, but there you go.
No.
Y'all text.
Do you see where I was going with that though?
Yeah, it's kind of similar, but it's not. It's not similar. Yo, thank you to Intangible Boxing. Thank you very much, and also Jackal Davis as well. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Thank you very much. Yeah, the punching preacher George Foreman on his return. That was pretty good. The punching preacher.
How's that better than the punching postman? Well, you know what? Because George Foreman had established himself already. So
yeah, like if
he
you
just came around as the punching preacher just to start, and he was just like a jobber.
Basically. But with like Tony Thornton, if you beat that guy, you literally beat a postman, and people are going to clown you. Do you know what I mean? It's like beating a cab driver.
Alex, the bin man, Dimitrenko.
There was a boxing bin man in the UK. I think it was Rendell Monroe, maybe. I'm sure it was Rendell Monroe, the boxing bin man. I'm pretty sure.
Always remember the great work of the ultimate taxi driver, Martin Rogan.
Martin Rogan, yeah, Belfast taxi driver.
Literally a cabman. He was literally a cabman.
The early UFC had a punching paramedic.
Yeah, what did they call him? The defibrillator?
No, his name he was the punching paramedic.
Fucking hell. Yeah,
man, that's a great name though, the defibrillator.
The defibrillator, yo. Yeah, when you fucking knock someone out and you lay them out and they're shaking on the ground, you just fucking gave them the defibrillator, son.
The thing that would make the name even better is if you punch like Paulie Malignaggi.
Yo, 4-7 in the chat, all in, wall in. Otto, all in, wall in. That's pretty good. My favourite of all time, though, is Michael Second to None, the Camden Buzzsaw.
Dwight Mahamakawa, yeah.
Yeah, Lights Out Tony.
Oh, yeah.
Did they ever call Augustus?
The Blade. Iran Barkley on The Blade.
Yeah, that's up there.
Was Augustus ever called the Drunken Master when he was actually boxing, or they announced him as that Emmanuel the Drunken Master? I never heard him be called that.
I don't know though.
I think it kind of they tacked it on. I think the commentators kind of said it's like a Drunken Master, and it kind of just stuck, but it wasn't his official shit.
He got called the Drunken Master because of highlight videos of how he fought, mate, and his weird style.
Yeah. Yeah, big up to Boxing Beats and Rhymes as well in the chat. Yeah, Kevin
Beats
Kingpin
just comes in. Boxing Beats and Rhymes just comes in with beats.
Yeah, Kevin Kingpin Johnson. That's pretty decent, to be fair. I know
it is, you know. It is.
But,
yeah, drop the link for Beats if he wants to jump on.
Yeah, I'll drop it in the chat. I'm going to quickly get a drink though as well. Right. So get a drink.
All right, no worries. Also, happy birthday to you, brother. Ah, he's gone. Smoking Joe, Motor City Cobra, and Dr. Steelhammer. They're right up there. The Merthyr Matchstick, Johnny Owen. Oh, Jesus Christ. Beats coming out of left field with that one, you know.
If I'm going to, I'm going to change mine a little bit. It's going to have cut, but I'll go by, and it's a little ripoff from wrestling too, the Diamond Cutter.
Okay.
You like it or not?
Not really.
Okay.
Diamond Dallas Page.
I'm an idiot, man. Me and my friends had a wrestling death pool we started a while ago, like a long time ago. I picked fucking DDP. Look at him now doing yoga. He's going to outlive everybody. I'm fucked.
What, is this to see who would die first?
Yeah.
Oh, bro, just take one of the biggest roid heads. I'd pick Goldberg.
Yeah. I'm trying to... Did somebody pick Jeff Hardy? because he was, completely trashed at the time.
Yeah. I mean, Hardy's looking better now, though, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. A lot of guys are turning it around, thank God. Oh, speaking of which, to change it real quick, did you hear, Mark, about this series that Vice is doing, Dark Side of the Ring?
No, I haven't.
They're, like, talking about, like, all, like, the most scandalous or, like, horrible wrestling disasters. And, of course they did, Chris Benoit. They did a 2-part one on Chris Benoit. And, like, it was actually really fucking good. Like,
I bet China will be in there, too.
That, I don't know if they did one or not yet, but that's true. That is definitely one. They did one on New Jack.
Yeah. New Jack's fucked, man.
Dr. David Schultz, the guy who slapped the reporter. They did him. It's a real good fucking series.
Someone in the chat just said Ric Flair will die soon. Oh my god.
Yeah, I think about that like kind of often. Probably about once every 2 weeks. I'm like, oh, how's Ric Flair? I see a picture of him, like, hey, it can't go much. My friend sent me a picture of him, like a recent picture of him, and he was wearing a Rolex on each wrist and an Apple iWatch.
Good for him.
Balling out.
People in the chat saying happy 40th birthday, Del. That's literally 26. Oh my god. What's up? What's happening, Blue Collar?
Yeah, I'm back.
Yeah, what's up, Beats?
Yo, what up, boy?
Happy birthday, Bill boy. What's up, man?
Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm doing good, man. Can't really do much, obviously, but it is what it is, isn't it? It's just another day, I guess. But yeah, man. Speaking of boxing nicknames, your favorite ones?
I like the Murphy Matchstick. That's why I put it in.
The Murder Matchstick, man. That caught me by surprise. I was not expecting that, bro.
Another one of my favorites, though, Merciless Ray Mercer. I love that.
That's a great name.
Adrian about Billions Broner.
Hey, Donovan Razor Ruddock, man.
Yeah, Razor Ruddock. Yeah.
Yeah, when it comes to the point where your nickname is just your name, it's really good. Like Chocolatito.
Yeah, no one calls him Roman. They call him Chocolatito Gonzalez. They don't even call him Gonzalez. They just call him Chocolatito.
Who stole Ruddock's nickname?
Like
Neil Ruddock. He stole Razor Ruddock's name.
Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah,
I
he
love Joey Tank DeWaco.
Yeah. Yeah, he looks like a fucking tank as well.
He might be the best tank in all of boxing.
Oh, God. Jesus. Now, there's some good ones, though. Like, my favourites are like the 80s, 90s guys. Michael Second to None.
Lights
Ray
Out, man.
Mercer.
Lights Out is really way up there, man. James Toney's name was
Yeah.
so fitting. It was so fitting for the dude as well. Because he could switch from defense to offense and take your lights clean out of nowhere.
Hunter Stone. That's a good one to read.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Manos de Piedra.
Yeah.
The Camden Buzzsaw, though, that is like the most fitting nickname I've ever
It's
seen.
Dwight Muhammad
for a
Calvin,
fighter.
man.
Yeah.
That's good. Camden Buster is good. That's
Yeah,
good.
man. There's been
The
some great
Cin-
ones.
The Cincinnati
Little-
Cobra's up there, man. It really is.
Little Hands
Ezra
of Stone.
Charles.
There's a Charles, yeah.
Even Archie Moore's nickname, the Mongoose.
The Mongoose, yeah.
Mongoose.
Good one. Yeah.
I ain't even good with nicknames. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm bad with them. I don't know too many of them. That's not my
Well,
strength.
there's a lot of like old school ones. Like you've got the Boston Bone Crusher or the Boston Tar Baby. Beats will know who I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Boston Tar Baby. Or he had another one as well.
the Ghost of Joplin.
That's Jeff Clark, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yo, Acelino Popo Freitas.
Yeah, Popo, yeah.
What was the meaning behind Popo? Was that
No
like
idea.
the sound of his punches? Popo. Was it like that, or was
Bryant Bye Jennings.
Yeah, official scorecard boxing in the chat. He's saying golden 14 carat Johnson. That's pretty good, you know. Yeah, Mark Too Sharp Johnson. That's another one I like.
Yo Golden Showers Johnson?
Real fast. I'm trying to remember what Langford's other nickname was. Like the Boston Bone Crusher, the Tar Baby. Was it the Boston Terror Beats?
Boston
Yeah, it
Tar.
was.
He had another nickname as well, though.
He had the Boston Tar Baby, the Boston Bone Crusher, and the Boston Terror.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I know one. The Lone Star Cobra. And actually,
That's Tom Curry. Tom Curry.
yeah, the Motor City Cobra 2 is solid too.
Anybody say
Nah, that was
Marvelous?
horrible. He should have stuck with the hit. See, he didn't like being called the hitman because Detroit had a bad reputation for violence, and he was a part-time policeman as well. So he called himself the Motor City Cobra, but he switched it back to the hitman. You know what I mean? Went back to the hitman. I think just before he knocked out Duran, he went back to the hitman. I think
Anybody bring up Marvelous Marvin Hagler? I don't think I heard that yet.
Terrible Terry Norris.
that's actually not his nickname. That's his actual government name.
Yeah, he changed it, didn't he? Yeah.
Well, it started.
Yep.
Come on. Now,
It started as a nickname, but his legal name is Marvelous Marvin Hagler, man.
Yeah,
you know
he
you're
changed it,
done
bro.
when you can change your name to Marvelous, bro.
yeah.
Yeah, that's biblical.
Now, so Marvelous is his first, and Marvin is his middle.
I think so.
I'm gonna look that up. That's like the Ultimate Warrior.
It's definitely true, though. He definitely changed his name.
Oh, do you know who we haven't mentioned? The Michigan Assassin.
Stanley Daniel Ketchum.
Wilfred Benitez. One of his nicknames. You don't hear it. They used to
El
call him
Radar.
the Ministry of Defense as well. They used to call him that.
Yeah, that's sick.
Yo, what about
That is sick.
Sugar Ray Beltran?
Oh, get the fuck.
Oh, what about E.J. Sugar Shea Smith? Wow.
Nah, that don't work either. That don't work either.
What about the new Ray Robinson?
What's his nickname? Because I'm pretty sure that's his actual name, Ray Robinson.
But the new.
The new Ray Robinson, folks. Welterweight.
Yeah.
It all comes together, gentlemen.
Give it up to Blair the Flair Cubs.
Some boxers get nicknames that they didn't want. They're thrown on them like Joe Slappy, Calzaghe. They called him Slappy. That was horrible.
Yeah, Joe Cal Slappy. Yeah, I remember that back in the day.
Well, people did that with Slapsy Maxie as well.
Yeah, Slapsy Maxie, Rosenblum, is it? Yeah.
Yeah, Maxie Rosenblum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Easton Assassin.
Yeah, Larry Holmes. How can we forget
I've
that?
one problem with Larry Holmes' nickname, right? And it's how many fucking people out there are dumb enough to keep calling him the Eastern Assassin. You go into highlight videos and you see all of the, like, millions of views, and you see Larry Holmes in there and they call him the Eastern Assassin. And you're like, it's the Eastern Assassin. What the fuck's going on?
Like Ronaldo Snipes, his name was Mr. Ronaldo Snipes. I like that one. That was good.
Yeah.
Simple, but I mean, Mr. Ronaldo Snipes.
Mr. Gary Russell Jr.
You know, with a little southern twang on it, man. You know, Easton. Oh, he's from one of the Eastern states.
The Naperville Shadow, man. George Godfrey.
Mike Hercules Weaver. That was good. Hercules. And he had the physique as well. And he had Hercules. He had that type of physique too.
The Bellflower Bomber.
The Bayonne Bleeder, Chuck Wepner.
Yeah, the Bayonne Bleeder. When he fought Liston, he was soaking the crowd with his blood. He bleeding that bad. After the fight, he said when Liston was hitting him, he could hear his bones crunching. That's crazy.
Has anyone mentioned Mark Too Sharp Johnson?
Yeah, I mentioned it earlier. I like that.
How about Ray Boom Boom Mancini?
Ray Boom Boom, man. That was Alan Minter's nickname as well. Boom Boom.
Yeah.
Yo, do you know what nickname I really liked? I know the guy kind of fell off, but Nicholas Walters, the Axeman. I
Axeman.
like that.
Yeah. He'd swing that axe. They'd announce his name, and he'd swing that axe.
Axeman was bad. In his prime, he was good as well, man. We like Jamaicans had high hopes. We had high hopes, but he couldn't quite get there.
And with the accent too, the Oxman.
Yeah.
You know, everyone mentions Boom Boom, right? But nobody mentions Kenny Bogner. Bang Bang.
Bang Bang. Yeah.
I'll tell you what. Yeah, one really good one.
Boom Boom Bang Bang. Oh.
What about your boy Brandon Bam Bam Rios?
Oh, fuck Rios. What were you going to say, Beats?
Nah.
Kenny, the guy you said was a lightweight contender.
Yeah. What's up, Del?
Badu Jack the Ripper.
That's
pretty
good. That is good. Badu Jack the Ripper, man.
There was two fighters. There was two lightweights called Charlie Brown in the 80s. One was white chocolate. He was white. I can't remember what the other one's name was. Though. It was white chocolate brown. And
You got me beat there, man.
yeah.
Oh, here's one that beat Mark. This is one of my trivia questions that beat Mark. There were two Corey Sanders in the 90s. You had the Sniper, and you had T-Rex.
I've got one that's well ahead of his time. John the Beast Mugabe. Yeah.
Yeah, John the Beast Mugabe.
Jake Raging Bull Lamada.
That's true, you know.
Yeah, Raging Bull.
Yeah. What about the onion farmer, Carmen Basilio?
Yep.
The onion farmer.
There
Jesus.
was a middleweight champion named Gorilla Jones. Back in, what was that? 30s, probably late 30s, Gorilla Jones.
Man of Steel Tony Zale.
One of the most offensive names ever, Jimmy McLaren, also known as the Jew Beater and the Hebrew Scourge.
Jesus. Okay, now.
Roger
But my
Mason.
favorite one of his names is actually the Belfast Lullaby. I think that's sick.
The
Roger Mason.
little Hebrew.
Hey, Batel.
Belfast Lullaby. What's that? A fucking bottle of
Jimmy
Jameson and a 6-pack of Guinness?
That's a punch in the head, man.
I know.
Roger
It's like
Mayweather. Mexican assassin. That's good.
Yeah.
Pac-Man, the Mexicutioner.
Yeah, the Mexicutioner. Yeah, he went through that stage, didn't he, when he was smashing these guys up? Yeah.
I'll give you one I don't like. Golden Boy, Oscar De La Hoya. I never liked that.
No, I hate Golden Boy.
Yeah, what
Sure.
about Roger the Black Mamba Mayweather?
Yeah, that's
Well,
up there.
or the Mexican assassin.
How many punches got nicknames? Because what you just said, the Belfast Lullaby, the
Smash
Smash.
Punch. Yeah, Smash Punch.
Were there any others?
Yeah.
Boxers had to have had names for their hands and shit. Oh, the left is this and the right is that. You know, like as corny as that is, that had to have been a thing.
Roy Jones kind of had
Well,
that Superman punch kind of thing.
There is one, like the Bolo Punch.
Yeah, okay.
Because the Bolo Punch was named after a knife, I believe, in the Philippines, a specific type of
That's
knife.
it. It was a Philippine fighter for it first, way back in the 19th century. Yeah.
And they had a certain type of knife, and the way you would do it is you would whip it back and you'd swing it up kind of in the shape of the bolo, and it would rip right down your face. That's what it was about.
I can't remember his name, but obviously Kid Gavilan made it more famous, the Bolo.
Yeah. But it was a Filipino dude who threw it first.
Yeah. Another nickname I don't like is Zab Super Judah. Just
Yeah.
really
Do you know what else? Do you know what else I don't like? Basically, any sugar after Ray Leonard, even Shane Mosley.
I'll be honest, man. Even though I love Ray Leonard, man, any sugar after Ray Robinson, man.
Well,
Leonard a pass. Ray
I
Robinson-
honestly didn't hate Shane Mosley's.
what about Ray Oliveira? Because he went by Sucra. He used the Spanish.
He may have used like the Spanish, but he was more like Canderel, mate. You know what I mean? He
His
was,
leg
like,
was
artificial.
Remember, his leg was really messed up, wasn't it, Ray Oliveira?
Mm.
I know another boxer. I don't think you guys remember him. He fought for the world title. His name is Craig Bodianowski. He actually had a fucking prosthetic leg.
Jesus.
But he was tough, right? He was never knocked out, man. Yeah, put Robert down.
Well, of course you're going to be tough as boots if you've got one leg, mate, and you make it to a world title. It's not going to be based on your
Who did he
fucking
fight?
footwork, is it?
How did he get in the ring, man? Let me look him up a little.
What about the Croatian comet Fritzi Zivic?
That's pretty good, actually. That's pretty decent.
Now, if I had one leg, if I was a boxer with one leg, my entrance, I wouldn't have the leg on for the entrance. I would have people carry me, and then they get me in a ring, and then when they strap the leg on, it's like a whole new revolution comes out. You know, the leg is on. Y'all better get to running, man.
Jesus. Okay, now.
There's a name that keeps coming into my head, and every time it does, Revolution speaks, and it goes right out of my head.
Oh, man, I'm sorry. Look, next time I do it, just shout me down. I won't get upset.
Greatest woman of all time, Clarissa Shields.
The Groat.
There was Johnny Bratton near the time when Sugar Ray Robinson was fighting. He used to call it, because he was Sugar Ray, he used to call himself Honey Boy.
Jesus, that's bad.
He's pretty good though. He's a pretty good.
Johnny Bratton could fight, man. Johnny
Yeah.
Bratton could fucking fight. He's got a good resume.
The nickname, boy.
He was from Arkansas, man, Johnny Bratton.
Oh, Rougarou. Progress. Yeah, 4-7 in the chat. That's fucking great. That's sick. Sounds
That
amazing.
is true. That's one of the best names around right now. Like,
That
also,
is.
Yeah.
you know what name I do like, even though it's stolen from Gabriel Elordi, the Filipino Flash.
Yeah, that's-
That's
That's it. That's good.
Yeah.
That's
stolen from Flash Elordi, though, Gabriel Elordi.
Yeah. Yeah, Rougarou's a good shout.
Russia.
What in the fuck? Bruce Seldon's nickname is the Atlantic City Express.
Yeah, it was.
That's sick.
Kovalev, what do you think Kovalev the Crusher? Any good?
I mean, somebody in the chat said,
It's standard. It's okay.
I mean, there's
Somebody-
Bone
yeah.
Crusher.
now somebody in the chat said it's now Sergei Slapaho Kovalev, but yeah,
Son of
Crusher's okay.
What about Son of God?
Son of God. I think SOG sounds better. Like, to be honest.
Yeah, SOG sounds better. Son of God.
Carl the Cobra Frotch.
Call the Cobra Frutch. It never really worked for me that much.
No, I mean, the guy was he was as far away from a cobra as you can fucking imagine.
You know, George Groves would actually make a good Cobra. Because he was a Viper. Like, he'd do those little, like, fucking jabs. He was more like a fucking Cobra than Carl was.
Did he have a nickname?
Mikkel the Viking Warrior Frotch. Or
The two have a
That's
nickname, Beats.
St. George he was it.
Yeah, St. George Groves.
That kind of works.
Girl had Chunky.
Yeah, chunky. Yeah.
That's terrible. Just like Special K, named after a fucking box of Kellogg cereal, mate.
Johnny Nelson's nickname was the Entertainer.
That is such a fucking misadvertisement.
It wasn't
The Haymaker's a good name, you know.
Haymaker's good.
Yeah, I tried to watch the Carlos de Leon fight the other day. I put it on my community. I got to round 4. I got to round 4 and I switched it off.
It's a difficult going, man. It's difficult going. They put you to sleep.
Hey, the bazookas.
Ike for Bazooka, yeah.
Bazooka. Fuck, which one?
Corte.
Yeah, I know. There's another bazooka though.
Oh yeah, Joe Lemon. Bazooka.
Limon,
Joe
I know. I was wondering which one it was in the fight. It was Bazooka Limon. I know it wasn't Chacon. It was Limon. But I didn't want to get it wrong,
Yeah.
so I waited.
Yeah, speaking of
do you know
Corte, 1 second. Ike Corte de la Hoya, how did you guys score it out of interest?
Can't remember.
It was,
I had De La Hoya winning that fight.
I don't think it was a robbery like people said though. It was a great fight though.
I had De La Hoya winning that fight. I can't remember my exact score, but I remember thinking he won.
It's always been close for me, man. I just can't remember who I'm giving it to. It's been like 2-3 years since I've watched Corte de la Hoya.
What about Azuma Nelson, the Professor?
The Professor, yeah. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
sick nickname.
All right. Speaking of Azuma, what about Barry McGuigan, the Clown Cyclone?
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
That's an underrated name.
I always like that nickname. Clone Cyclone.
Yeah, I don't like Barry, but that was a pretty solid nickname, to be fair.
Yeah.
Austin, no doubt, Trout.
Yeah, that was good.
That works.
No, I don't know. It's a bit dodgy actually. Austin, no doubt. Nah.
What about this one, man? James, the Mandingo Warrior Kirkland.
It works for him though, because you know he was really about that kind of fight, wasn't he? He really put it on the line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They were killing him on Twitter the other day. They showed a sparring session, and he just brutalized his sparring partner, man, mercilessly.
Do you know what was a great nickname at one point? But now it's just one of the funniest nicknames. Keith Thurman, one time. Once upon a time, man.
Yeah.
That shit's great.
Vicious
that.
Victor Ortiz.
I know Spence stole it, but the Truth is a pretty good nickname, in my opinion.
It is.
But
Truth
Terrence
Williams.
Williams.
Yeah,
Is that his name, or is it Terrence Bird? Is that his name?
yeah, Bud's okay.
Yeah, Bud.
Okay.
What about referees
Original.
with nicknames?
Shit.
Are there any?
Referee.
I know there's got to be a couple.
Actually, you know what one nickname I don't like? Thunder from Down Under, Costa Zoo. For whatever reason, that nickname just never really stuck with me.
Yeah, because he's not.
But the whole point of that though was to market himself to the Australian public, though.
Yeah.
That's what it was. The Thunder from Down Under.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of like best nicknames, what about best entrances? Like your favorite entrances from fighters? I've got to be honest. David Hayes up there for me. I love the music, man. I love. Yeah, David Hayes' entrance was sick.
Mike Tyson against Spinks was. I don't.
Yeah.
You're going specific. Yeah, Tyson Spinks was up there.
You know, you know what it was like, dude? It was like, that music is playing and like it just eerie sounds. It's not even music. And then you see the line of people making its way through the crowd, and you can't really see people, but you see like the train of people moving. It's like watching a snake move through tall grass. It's so like intimidating. Like, oh shit, it's coming.
Scott Quigg walking from his apartment to the ring.
Oh god, that was awful, man.
I still about
I gotta
that.
see that one.
In all honesty, I think that I personally think that the best like entrance ever was Nas against Bungo.
Yeah.
The magic carpet, bro. I don't care what anyone says. When he came out on the magic carpet like a Latin, bro, he fucking stole the greatest entrance of all time.
Prince Nassim Hamed's entrance against Marco Antonio Barrera, where he was sitting on those damn rings, just being fucking carried out onto the damn ring. That shit was.
Yeah.
Like you see, Jake, like Jermaine, Jake, everyone calls him the Raging Bull. His nickname really was the Bronx Bull.
Yeah, it was the Bronx Bull.
The film, like everyone seems to say, "Oh, Raging Bull, because of the film."
Yo, I'm watching this Scott Quigg apartment entrance for the first time. I never seen it. Dude, this looks like a skit from Conan O'Brien or some shit, yo.
I've got the best one. I've got the best nickname. I found and pulled up the best one. Gene Former, the Mormon Mauler.
I don't know, man. Jimmy McLaren and the Hebrew Scourge might take the cake, man. Fucking hell.
Ooh, the Hebrew Scourge. the automatic doors opening up for him. Oh, this is great. And now finally he cuts to the ring.
I didn't know this was one of Sugar Ray Robinson's nicknames, the Prince of Harlem.
Mm-hmm.
I never heard of it.
No, man.
I just found it out now. The Prince of Harlem. Never heard that one.
I really think Wilder may have had one of like the top fucking 3 worst entrances ever with the recent one. I mean, like maybe.
I'll tell you this: Tyson Fury's entrance was way better.
Oh, of course.
Fury's entrance was sick.
I liked Wilder's entrance against Brazil. I think it was.
Yeah, that was solid, but instead of actually getting somebody good, Wilder pulled out a SoundCloud rapper to take him to the fucking ring.
Yeah.
Oh, do you know what was a good entrance? Fury against Tom Schwartz was a great entrance.
Great entrance.
Because he did Apollo Creed, didn't he?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot that one.
Yeah, I don't like that shit, man. I thought it was cringy, to be honest.
No, I thought it was sick, man. I thought it was actually sick, to be honest. Can never go wrong with a bit of James Brown at 4 o'clock in the morning, mate.
Yeah. I used to like Vladimir's entrances, though, like full stop. His were pretty cool.
I like when Roy Jones came out with Red and Meth. That was bad, bro.
Oh, fuck, man.
Oh, that was killer. When he came out of Red and Meth, I said, yeah. That's how I'm coming in, bro. I'm coming in with Red and Meth. Some shit like that. You know what I mean? From 90s rappers. Not none of these fucking, no disrespect to rappers.
Yeah. Do you know what I liked, actually, when Floyd came out against McGregor in the ski mask? That was fucking great.
That was quite funny, yeah.
Because he knew, man. That's basically what he was doing. That's
Robert,
great.
Yeah.
I somewhat like the one.
What about the Herkimer Hurricane? Lou Ambers.
Yeah, that's pretty good, you know.
Or the Clutch. Sammy Anget, the Clutch.
Tommy Jackson, Hurricane, Tommy Jackson. Yeah.
This one might have to do with entrances. It's not so much an entrance, but what about the little like fist bump handshake that Anthony Hembrick did in that fight that he got upset in?
Booker T Word. When Booker T Word took him out. Yeah, I remember that.
Yep. And he did all that whole fucking deal with his trainers.
No.
The best one can't be beaten. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Not an entrance, but just before the fight. Any excuses tonight, Roy? Antonio Carver, man, that was fucking gangster.
Yeah, straight up, bro. Straight up.
And even the ref was like, no, none of that shit.
Yeah, that was amazing. Like if he didn't pull that off, he'd have looked like a fucking clown. But the fact he did it, that's going to go down. That's gone down in history. That's going to be replayed in 50 years from now.
Yeah.
Right, guys, what's some of your favorite build-ups to a fight ever?
Oh shit!
For me, it's got to be the whole back and forth with David Haye and the Klitschko brothers. leading up to that fight. I don't care what anyone says about the performance. David Haye sold that fucking fight down pat, mate. He sold it.
Man, I was a 17-year-old kid when that fight happened. I was a massive David Haye fan. That shit fucking hurt, man, when he lost like that.
Yeah.
That shit hurt.
It's disappointing.
Yeah, his performance in the fight did not reflect that T-shirt.
But do you all remember, like, the gloves are off and everything? Like, it was sick.
The face-off, the HBO face-off, yeah.
When, like,
Flash.
Look at him there. Look at him. He's a wannabe sitting there with his earring and his flashy flash. And he's like, David, why don't you like him? He's clearly a dickhead.
He wants to be like a wannabe. Yeah. He wants to be a wannabe.
He wants to be. Actually, yeah. He's a wannabe.
Actually, yeah, he's a wannabe.
If it had happened, Shannon Briggs and Vlad would have had an awesome build-up.
It would have been the greatest build-up in the history of boxing.
There you
No
go.
questions. No questions. That was comedy gold.
It would have been
Hey, you want some water? Here, have some water. He pours out his...
Yo, let's give some credit to Fury, by the way, because his build-up to the Klitschko fight was actually tremendous.
Yeah, it was.
Like when you look at it, like him coming in the Batman suit, and Vlad calling him a clown, and Fury going mental, and 6 people holding him back and all that. That was great, man.
The best bit was this clit is getting lit.
Yeah.
This clit is getting licked. Yeah.
I was laughing for about a week every time I think about it.
I'll tell you one build-up that was very effective for me anyway. George Groves, Carl Froch won. When that fight was first announced, I'll be honest, I wasn't really that excited. But George Groves, man, he sold that fight fucking hard. And he got me believing as well. Like,
I kind of disagree on that, though. I don't think it was just him who sold it, the first and the second fights. I feel Froch played a big part. Because Froch was like, if you look at like wrestling, he was kind of like a baby face in the UK. People really loved him. And in the first fight, it was the whole villain shit from Groves. But the way Froch acted for the second fight, he sold the shit out of the second fight because everyone wanted to see him fucking lose.
Yeah, that's true.
It was like you know when it was like The Rock and Austin when they fucking had a thing and then they fucking face heel turn. They swapped roles after it was the same thing with Groves Froch. That was crazy. Never seen anything like it.
Oh, yeah.
One guy goes into villain, one guy goes into hero, and then the other leaves the villain and the other leaves the hero as the loser. Like, it was crazy.
The thing with Carl Froch is you either love him or you hate him. You're either a huge, massive fan of his or you fucking hate him.
Do you hate him, Intangible?
I actually kind of like him a lot. I do. I think he can be an asshole, but I fucking love him in the ring. He's exciting.
Del, who would you say hates Carl Froch the most on YouTube?
I'd say you, to be fair.
Can't stand the cunt.
Yeah, but I'm not going to lie. I like that dude.
One day I want to push him off the edge of the world. Let him fall flat on his face, don't fuck.
I ran the Blade Barkley.
Yeah, the Blade.
Yeah, that gets brought up all the time. That's a great one.
Let me give you a classic British nickname, which Brendan Ingle gave one of his fighters. Clifton Paddy Riley Mitchell, and he was a dog.
Yes.
Yeah, Clifton Mitchell.
That was amazing.
Hey, guys, I'm going to jump off. I got some shit to do. Del Boy, happy birthday, brother.
Thank you, man.
Enjoy the rest of it. Everybody else, have a good day. We'll speak again next time. Later, go.
Laters, man. But yeah, Carl Froch, Froch Groves was one of my favourite build-ups, to be honest. The first fight was, that really got me going, man. That first fight. The second fight was good, obviously, as well, but that sold itself, to be honest.
What was Ike Bush's name again?
The president.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The president, man.
El Presidor.
Yeah, I was reading up on that guy. Apparently, like that guy actually believed it as well. Like he was in some HBO meeting, yeah, and he went nuts. Like stabbed a knife in the table and all sorts.
Yeah.
Like the guy was crazy.
I heard some people say Ike had CTE from boxing. Nah, but Ike was gone long before. But that dude was just insane.
That tour fight couldn't have helped, though. You know what I mean?
Well,
It was a tour fight. That's where he started.
he was fucked before that though. Like the whole stabbing in the desk of the table and stuff. That all happened before to it.
I'm not sure if it did. It might have.
It couldn't have happened afterwards. He didn't fight after to it.
Yeah, but he was supposed to. Like he was.
He fought Chris Bird after the tour.
Oh, he did. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, because he scared Lou DiBella shit. So like when he I think Lou DiBella was there with a knife one. There was another one though, I think, in a dinner situation where Lou was trying to, because Lou knew he had to kind of be careful how he said to Ike, "Oh Ike, where you living right now? Why? So you could come and kill me in my house."
It's not even. It's not funny when you think about it. It's quite tragic, but it's fucking funny, isn't it?
He was a great talent, though. I watched his fight. Well, his main two fights back, Chris Bird and Tua. That guy would have been a problem in the late 90s. Like that version of Ike Ibushi versus those versions of Tyson and Holyfield. I think he would have beaten both. I'll be honest with you.
There was a story with Ike. I can't remember. Like after sparring, he thought one of his sparring partners stole something. I can't remember what it was, and he just attacked him like a mad person. Just attacked the sparring partner. Crazy,
Jesus. Crazy, man. He's one of those like what ifs in boxing, like Edwin Valero and people like that, man.
Man, Edwin Valero would have been a beast.
The other story with him, is like I don't know if he took he took a car, and his girl's son, his woman's son was in the car, and he just crashed his car into a wall. The boy's fucked up. They fucked him up completely.
Yeah.
But he was finished, like handicapped and just this like crazy person.
Man, it makes you wonder though, like how good that guy would have been if his career panned out. Like I liked what I saw from him, but we'll never know. It's one of those things, isn't it? One of those things.
It's too crazy.
Because he was coming in just as like Tyson Holyfield. Those coming towards the end. He would have come in like late 90s, early 2000s. It makes you wonder how he would have done. I think he would have beaten, like I said, I honestly think he would have beaten that version of Holyfield and Tyson and lost to Lewis, if I had to guess. But yeah, man, it's a shame. It's a shame we never saw him fulfill his potential.
I could see him beating that type of level of position.
Yeah, the knockout against Chris Bird, man, when he uppercutted him and the guy was like drooling. That's crazy.
Yeah, Chris. Punched the spit out of Chris's mouth. Bro.
Madness. But yeah, he was a good fighter.
It's
like Valero as well. Like we were saying, another guy who just went fucking nuts.
Edwin Valero, like he wasn't just an all-out brawler. He could actually box too. He was a talented guy.
He was, but I think he's vastly overrated. I hear his fanboys saying he was the greatest southpaw of all time, top 5 southpaws all time. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Who the fuck says that?
I think
you go onto Valero videos, you'll see a lot of people, like when you see like top 10 southpaw lists or top 5 southpaw lists, a lot of guys are like, what about Edwin Valero?
I think probably beat him at lightweight, to be honest.
I haven't looked up too many top 10 southpaws of all time videos, so shit.
Yeah, I think the thing is though, when a fighter, when his career ends like tragically or it just ends due to injury, I think a lot of these fighters gain like a cult following and they tend to get overrated. Like Dmitry Pirog's another guy, super talented, but a lot of people say he would have beaten Golovkin, he would have been the best middleweight in the world, he would have beaten Martinez. I mean,
but that's the thing though, like I think there's a much bigger argument for Pirog beating Golovkin than there is for Valero being a better fucking southpaw than Sweepy.
Oh yeah, no, 100%, 100%. Yeah, they were supposed to fight Golovkin and Pirog, but that's when Pirog fucked his back.
Who would you guys have taken, Pirog or Golovkin?
I think Pirog would have beaten.
That would
I'm
have
in the
been-
same boat. I
Yeah,
actually do think he would have beaten, man. I think he would have outboxed the socks off Golovkin. He was
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
awkward, mate.
Yeah,
Pirog had that weird style, man.
Dmitry Pirog had this weird style, but he could fight inside and outside.
He could do.
That was-
He could do a bit of everything. He also had very underrated feet.
Yeah, he
Good
did.
balance, and he had very good extension on his shots, man. He could. He had a lot of gifts. Unfortunately, we can never say that he will. He's a great. We can never say that about him.
Yeah. Happens a lot, though, with these fighters, you know.
He fucking killed Danny Jacobs, bro.
Oh, yeah, that
What do
knockout,
you-
yeah.
What do you think about Ricky Hatton saying he would have beat Amir Khan in his prime?
I think he would have destroyed him at 140.
At 140, what about 147?
Well, that's Ricky Hatton's prime is 140.
Yeah.
147.
Like, I'm talking the Hatton who fought Zoo. He would have been too much of a dog for Amir Khan, to be honest. Too much
Yeah,
dog.
and he was a pretty solid puncher as well.
He was also very vicious. And, like, whatever about Amir's chin, I'm sorry, but Ricky was one of those body shots to Amir. He's going to take the wind out of his sails.
And yeah, a good left hook to the body himself, man.
I think it would have been a good fight, but I would have taken Hatton, to be honest. I mean, we saw how Amir Khan dealt with Lamont Peterson's pressure, roughhouse tactics. I felt he actually lost that fight genuinely, but I can't see him handling Ricky at 140. 147, you never know, because Ricky, he was never a welterweight in my opinion. I felt he lost to Collazo, to be honest, but 147's different, but 140, I'd definitely take Hatton.
Miguel Cotto versus Ricky Hatton.
Koto.
That would have been a war.
Koto.
I'd have taken Cotto.
Yeah, same. I got him by destruction, honestly.
Del, you do know the Hatton and Castillo. Did you say Castillo or did you say Collazo?
Collazo.
Oh, okay. I was going to say Hatton and Castillo was at 140. Collazo was at 147.
Yeah. I think Collazo was for like the WBA belt or something. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be
He dropped him in the first, didn't he? He dropped Collazo in the first.
Yeah.
Amir Khan's best performance in the chat, either Maidana or Devin Alexander.
His best performance would be Alexander because he was near punch perfect. But like in many ways, the best result is Maidana. How he made it the full 12 with that chin.
Katelnik and Zab Judah. They were good performances as well.
Yeah.
They were, but I just feel the Devin Alexander performance was punch perfect. He fought perfectly. He dismantled him.
You know,
Yeah.
Khan's resume is kind of nice, you know. His resume is not bad at all.
No, it's
Yeah,
not.
Amir Khan, I mean, that performance against Paulie, I understand Paulie's not all that great, but I mean, that dude literally turned Paulie's head like a fucking speed bag. He knocked all of the gel out of his goddamn hair.
Yeah.
Speaking of good nicknames, though, the Magic Man.
Well, Marlon started to call that before that, though.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marlon had a couple. He was Moochie and Magic Man.
Yeah, Katelnik, though, that was a good win as well, because Katelnik beat Maidana. He got robbed by Devin Alexander. That was a good win at the time for Khan.
Tim Bradley versus Miguel Cotto at 140.
Damn.
That's a great fight, you know.
Lloyd Huntington, the ragamuffin man. Yeah.
Now that's a good fight, though. Cotto versus Bradley at 140. That's a good fight.
I don't know, man. I prefer Bradley, but
Tim can go to war, man. He can go to fucking war. He can go to hell and back to get a win.
I'd probably say Koto, to be honest.
The thing is, I think Cotto could outbox him, but I think if Bradley gets that into a war, I could see him taking the heart of Cotto. I think Cotto could capitulate, and I think we all know that Bradley, like, his heart's unquestionable.
Andriy Katelnik versus Ivan Baranchik.
Katelnik versus Baranchik.
Also
Baranchik
good.
still needs to prove a little bit more, but I'd still pick. I'd say Baranchik could have beat Katelnik.
Yeah, honestly, I thought Maidana was robbed against him.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I've not seen that. But
Katelnik had some skills.
Yeah.
ABC Def says prime for prime 140. Amir Khan versus Kostya Tszyu.
Oh, Costa's you.
Yeah, he'd knock him out. He'd knock Amir out.
Tszyu would fuck him up, mate. Tszyu was a very
Yeah.
People look at Tszyu in his last performance for Hatton, they're like, oh, he's crap. Tszyu at his peak was a fucking monster.
He's one of the more underrated 140 pounders all time.
Easy.
Costa's
Long
you versus
champion.
Miguel Cotto. That would have been a good fight.
He has 2 losses on his resume. His last fight and one with Vince Phillips.
Well, I remember Vince destroyed him, bro. Vince destroyed him that day. Destroyed him.
The cards were tight. But yeah, Vince fucking annihilated him towards the end. But like, just when you look at how he fought against like Miguel Gonzalez, and you look at how he beat like fucking Hurtado and fucking Calvin Grove and shit, man. Like, he annihilated Calvin Grove.
The title should have finished him, man.
Oh, what do you?
With Costa's you, his resume gets questioned. Really, his
Oh,
resume is not all that strong. But
That first round with Hurtado was actually an epic round because there was 3 drops in that first round, wasn't there? One like Hurtado went down, then Zhu went down twice.
yeah. Speaking of 140 pounders, what do you guys think about the nickname El Chino?
it's pretty good.
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
Yeah, big up to Alex Collins in the chat. Thank you very much, man. Big up to you. El Chino Maidana, yeah, that was solid. That was decent. But yeah, what about Miguel Cotto versus Costa Tszyu? Who would you take in that one?
That's tough.
I think I'd take Miguel, man.
Yeah, I'd take Miguel Cotto to outbox him.
I always thought Miguel Cotto's punch resistance at 140 didn't look as solid, to be honest. I'm not sure, man.
Do you know who was a very underrated 140 pounder? Even though like a lot of people don't give him enough credit, in all honesty. Eddie Perkins.
Welterweight?
No, at 140. I'm not talking 147.
He's the welterweight champion, wasn't he?
I know he was a 140 pound champion.
Well, yeah, like what? Yeah, like Welter. Yeah.
Like, he beat Takahashi, beat fucking Bobby Scanlon, Roberto Cruz. These were all at 140.
Like Carlos Ortiz.
And Carlos. I know he beat Duilio Lloyd. Did he beat Carlos Ortiz? Or
He's
fight
pretty
Carlos
good.
Ortiz?
Yeah, he's pretty good. I can't remember now. Pretty good, yeah. Pretty
Like,
good.
when he went to he fought Napoli's as well at 140, if I'm not mistaken. And like, he had fights with guys like Nicolino Loche and shit like that. Eddie Perkins is very underrated.
I actually don't think he fought Carlos Ortiz. I don't think
I don't either. I don't. I know, like, he fought Duilio Lloyd 3 times. There was a draw, winner, and a loss there. Like, he fought against the Untouchable. Like, he has a good resume. He beat Baby Vasquez, you know.
Yeah, there was a guy back then that I think Cervantes faced named Victor Ortiz. Did he face that dude?
Yeah, he fought against a guy called Victor Ortiz.
Hopkins, executioner or alien?
The Executioner.
Absolute executioner.
The Executioner.
All day long. Yeah, Hopkins was bad, Brett. He was bad, man. When he was in fucking Puerto Rico and he fucked that flag on the fucking floor.
Yeah.
And he threw the Puerto Rican flag on the ground, bro. What? Bro, he's lucky he escaped with his life.
Yeah.
Jimmy McLaren versus Chavez at 140.
I'd have to study more McLaren, to be honest, before I made a judgment on that.
See, McLaren, fantastic fighter, but more so for weight jumping. He went from flyweight to welter. Beat a lot of guys in between, like Tony Canzoneri, beat Barney Ross, etc. Did a lot of his greater work, though, like at welter than 140. Chavez is a dominant 140 pounder. I think Chavez probably might beat McLaren at 140, but I know McLaren's resume dogs all over Chavez's resume.
15-year-old Georges Carpentier at flyweight versus let me think. Ivan Calderon.
Calderon fucks him up, mate.
Yo, didn't Calderon get fucking arrested?
Did he?
Or am I imagining
Right.
that?
Who the rapper?
No, Ivan Calderon.
Oh, he's the Cameron. Ivan Calderon.
Sure, he got arrested on some fucking drug charge. I'm gonna fucking. I don't know. Maybe he did. Maybe he didn't. Fuck knows. Oh yeah. I think he did.
You never get a McLaren. I've never had anybody ask me Chavez or McLaren in 140.
Oh yeah, Ivan Calderon
Hold
definitely
on.
got arrested.
Alex Collins, McLaren didn't have over 100 fights. He had 69.
Well, it says on Calderon's thing that on November 16, 2011, federal agents in Puerto Rico seized more than $4 million worth of cocaine from a house owned by Calderon.
Jesus.
And Calderon pretty much denied knowledge of the coke actually being in the house, and he just owned it somehow. Whatever.
Oh, that's terrible, man.
Yeah, that's happened a lot though, man. I fucking remember when they did Herbie Hyde dirty. They set that dude up, man. Fucking.
Oh yeah.
They
Although
set him up.
he fought Fuentes afterwards, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Michael Nunn, he was another one. He got put away for a long fucking time.
Yeah, he
For, I'm sorry, yeah, but how long did he get put away for?
16 years, was it?
16 years for like fuck all, basically. It's crazy. He got out a couple of years ago, didn't he, Michael Nunn?
Years back, yeah. So he went, yeah. Long bid.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like, that guy earned a lot of money in his career, I'm assuming.
Not enough.
Nah. Yeah, so he paid. Yeah. So he paid for 1 kilogram of cocaine for $200. That should have been a red flag in itself, right? But so he paid. Yeah, he paid $200 for a kilogram of cocaine, which had a
For a
street
kilo
value
of coke?
for a kilo, which had a street value of 24K. Yeah, he was basically set up. Like, surely that's a red flag, man. Come on, $200.
That's entrapment.
Come on, Michael, man. Jesus. Still a long time, man. It's a long fucking
16
time.
fucking years. Come on.
Yeah. It's a long time. It's crazy.
Because the dude wanted a snitch.
Pedophiles get way less time than that.
Yeah, in the U.S., you get caught with 1 ounce of weed, you get less time than pedophiles.
You get more time than pedos.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck this shit. This shit. Man.
War on drugs, as they say, right? Jesus Christ. That's a fucking joke, man. But yeah, he's out now. He was actually, I was talking about him coming back and having a kickboxing fight. I saw it in the news a few days ago.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah. Man, if he gets a payday, why not again?
He needs to pay bills, man. People are going to say, oh, he shouldn't do it. Well, we're not going to pay his bills, are we?
Exactly. That's how I feel, man. If a guy can pass medicals and shit, let him do it. That's what I say.
Yeah.
Let him do it. But, you know, if he can't get licensed, then yeah, then we can intervene. But yeah, he needs to earn money, man. It's crazy though. Like, these guys earning all this money, man, and blowing it and having to resort to that. That's crazy, man. It's crazy. Like Herbie Hyde, man. He's another one. It's madness. Fucking crazy.
What did Redman say? Competition is none. From North New Jersey, knockheads like Mike Nunn. That was my bar, bro. That was my bar.
Emil Griffith versus Ray Leonard at welterweight.
Oh, that's a tough fight for Ray.
Yeah, it is.
Very tough fight.
Emil Griffith had Ray Leonard's hand speed, but he was more vicious.
Very tough fight for Ray, bro.
Yeah.
Bro,
I'd slightly favor Leonard. That's a tough one.
Griffith was a killer, man.
Yeah, it was.
Literally, man. Jesus.
Yeah. Took Benny Perry out, bro. You know what I mean? Perry said the wrong thing.
So did
sexuality. Paid.
Yeah.
Paid
That's
for it,
crazy.
man.
Like he fucking, you could tell, man, in that combination, that final combination. Like all of that was coming out, man. Jesus, crazy.
Although Foreman softened him up though, didn't he? Well, Gene Foreman softened him up a little before that.
Yeah.
He stopped.
For the middleweight title, Perez. Foreman gave him such a beating, bro.
Yeah.
See, them days you took beatings and they wouldn't say, "Oh, you got to take 6 months out." You pitch you in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, a couple of weeks later, you've chucked back in there, man.
Yeah. Brutal game.
Crazy, man. It's crazy.
Brutal game.
And these lads today are moaning about fighting twice a year. Christ.
Yeah, Caleb Plant threw a fit because he had to fight somebody 5 months off of fighting a complete scrub.
Yeah, not just fighting anybody, the biggest name in the sport, pound for pound number one, arguably. Jesus. Fucking hell. Like, he could have... That's a massive fight, man. Jesus. He's never going to get that opportunity again.
Yeah,
Never. He's not going to get that chance again.
he deserves to get ducked.
Yeah. I don't like Caleb Plant. That guy just... He winds me up, man. He's cringy as fuck.
Caleb.
Yeah, Caleb Plant, man. That guy...
I like the Oscar Katani performance, but after that, the opponents after that, like, oh.
Mike Lee, bro. I've seen better guys outside a kebab shop on a Saturday night. That guy was terrible, awful. Listen, David Benavidez. I think that guy is going to smash Caleb Plant. I really do. I think he's going to smash him to pieces. But again, we're going to have to wait for that fucking fight. You know what I mean?
It take flipping 5 years to put that fight on, man.
Yep.
Yeah, there's no way that Plant and Benavidez is going to happen. That fight's going to get held off for probably won't ever happen, honestly. I just have a gut feeling about it. There's no reason why it shouldn't happen, but it'll never happen. I guarantee you. There's always going to be some barrier in between that.
I don't get what the PBC's mission statement is for fighters. I mean, what's their plan for these guys? I don't understand it. Like, none of these guys are going to be big stars, as in Plant and Benavidez. But if they fight each other, that's going to create some buzz, and the winner, their profile's going to build a little bit, and he's in a better position to get a good fight. But
yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I do somewhat favor Plant against Benavidez. I'm lower on Benavidez's skill set than most, but Canelo's going to tear Caleb Plant's ass apart.
Oh yeah,
I mean, the guy just doesn't have great stamina. And when you have Canelo, who's so polished and he's a dog, he comes at you, he's slipping all your punches, and you're just landing at air. You're basically just throwing at nothing. I mean, he's just going to be put into a fucking cycle for the whole fight.
I don't know. I think Caleb can give him some work, man. I think Caleb can give him some work. As long as he can
give him some work early, but he's not going to last.
If he doesn't get a rehydration clause and stuff like that, and he's even playing for, I think he can give him some work. 168.
Yeah,
maybe early on with like movement, but yeah.
I heard you say that Caleb Plant was an 8 Mile reject.
Yeah, I just don't like the dude, man. I really don't. I think Canelo will smash him up after a few rounds. I think he's always gonna struggle with movers.
Yeah, he'll struggle a little bit early. It'll be difficult in some spots, but he's not gonna last because that body back that Canelo brings is just so clean.
Breaking news: Andy Ruiz is teamed up with Eddie Reynoso. It's actually happened, man.
Okay, well, get that clenbuterol in the system. But yeah, I guess it's a good move. I guess. I mean, it's Andy Ruiz. I mean, I don't know, man. I'm just not sold on the kid. He's a talented guy, but I'll believe it when I see it. They're not going to let him fuck around, though. So that's one good thing. If he's not pulling his weight, I'm sure he'll get kicked out. I don't think Eddie's going to mess around.
Rightly so. Kick him out if he's not putting the effort.
I don't think Eddie's going to mess around. Eddie Reynoso. He's not going to fuck about. He's got Ryan Garcia. He's got Canelo. He's got Frank Sanchez. He can't be wasting time with some fat prick who don't take it seriously. So the guy needs to shape up, make the most of his talent.
I just don't know if he can really salvage Andy Ruiz because Ruiz is just a dude he's so slow. He cannot cut off the ring to save his life.
No, he can't. He's never going to be that sort of fighter. He's basically like a mid-range counter-puncher, I guess, kind of thing. But
Mid-range to inside because he does like to mix it up a little bit, but he can't create his own shots. He has to depend on you doing.
Yeah, he has to throw with you. Yeah, he has to throw with you, like he did against Joshua in that first fight. But when Joshua didn't give him that opportunity, he was rendered. He was useless.
Yeah, literally.
I will say Ruiz does have a decent jab. I like how he sort of mixes it up from the body and the head, and he feints. But that's the only thing he can do. That is the most nuanced thing he can do in his game.
Yep.
Frank, we're talking about friend Dubryan with Wilder. Interesting.
I'd watch it, man. But I think that's Frank just talking breeze, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got a hard fight.
Right, if Fury's to beat Wilder again, then Frank might be tempted to make a name of Wilder.
He might be a bit brave, but he's got a hard fight in front of him, man. Joe Joyce. I think that's a hard one, but if he gets through that in impressive fashion, who knows, man? Maybe there'll be some demand for it. But even if Wilder loses again, which I think he will do, I mean, I'm sure there's more money in a fight with someone like Ruiz or something like that. But I'd be surprised.
If they make it in Britain, if the restrictions lifted, the money might be in Britain for Wilder. You know, like him. If Wilder loses again, him just picking the PBC offcuts might not make the money. He might have to travel.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that's true. But that's even if he sticks around, though. If he loses again in bad fashion, he might just call it a day. To be honest, I don't think he should do. I still think there's fights out there for him, but I think he might just call it a day. I'm not sure, but I'd definitely watch the fight. But I think it's risky, like from a matchmaking perspective, for Dubois.
Ruiz versus Wilder. What y'all think? Go on in that fight.
Ruiz versus Wilder.
Yeah. Honestly, I think that's a bad matchup for Wilder.
Damn.
Somewhat.
Why did you say that?
I mean, because he doesn't have any footwork whatsoever. I mean, his footwork is just god awful, worst ever. And Ruiz, if he just walks forward, he'll get on the inside of him, and he may end up actually brutalizing him. If he gets inside of Wilder, he's in trouble.
The thing is, though, with Ruiz, I don't think it's going to take great footwork to necessarily avoid him. If Wilder fights like he did against Deverne in that first fight, I think he could beat Ruiz. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I think his spot Ruiz out. Styles will work out bad for Ruiz.
Yeah, I'd probably favor Wilder to knock Ruiz out.
I might take Wilder on points, to be honest. But, it's going to be interesting. Like, I think he's got the length and the foot speed to kind of negate Ruiz's pressure, if you want to call it pressure. But I think if Wilder fights for the right fight and he listens to his coaches, I think he'll win that fight, to be honest. I think it's just a bad matchup.
If he listens to anybody besides Jay Diaz, he'll win the fight. But
really, that loss to Fury is going to affect Wilder from now on. If he can
I really think he probably sees Tyson Fury in his nightmares. That's just hard to recover from. His ego is hurting. I heard people saying that Parker is the guy to beat Wilder. I just don't really see it.
No.
I don't see Parker beating Wilder because Parker's he's a solid technical boxer who likes to brawl. He's not the type of guy who's going to be able to keep Wilder off of him or use his head movement or anything like that.
He likes to brawl.
Yeah, he likes to bang. He has this sort of warrior persona.
He didn't fight until late against Dillian White. He didn't brawl against Andy Ruiz. And he certainly didn't brawl against AJ. He landed a couple of good shots on AJ. He didn't brawl in them fights.
And his footwork isn't all that, to be honest. It's not that great.
Yeah,
I will say, but I think Wilder's length should be able to overcome that.
Yeah, Joseph Parker's a weird one. I think he's a talented fighter, natural hand speed. He's fairly athletic, but he doesn't come across as a fighter. He just comes across as too nice. I think the guy's talented, to be honest. I think he's got ability, but he just doesn't have that mean streak in him, to be honest. And I've not seen improvements since he was a prospect, basically.
Do you think he needs to change coach?
Yeah, I do. I've said that for years, like since like before the Joshua fight. I think Kevin Barry, I'm sure he's got his best interest at heart, but it just looks like he's got too comfortable, to be honest. They've got too comfortable. I'd like to see Parker go to America or the UK, relocate, get better sparring, go from there kind of thing. And maybe maybe leave New Zealand full time and just fight in UK or America.
But I mean, who the hell is he going to spar in New Zealand? Junior Fa?
Exactly, Junior Far.
It's true. You don't get the best sparring at New Zealand.
So yeah, I think Parker's got ability that he's not really realised, but I don't think it's going to change now. To be honest, I really don't. I'd like to see Parker versus Michael Hunter. That's the fight I want to see for Joseph Parker.
There's so much good fights out there for him. To be honest.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like the Chisora fight, I'd still love to see that.
Yeah, that's another good one. You know what I mean, Michael Hunter, or even Martin McCauley, any of them guys.
Yep, Bakole, Hergovich, any one of these guys, man. Any one of them.
So I want to see Hergovich step up actually, man. After the isolation, no more tune-ups.
Yeah, man. I mean, they're talking about him fighting Jerry Forrest next. Fuck's sake.
Who?
I mean, exactly. Jerry Forrest.
Yeah, I watched that prospect that you talked about in the other stream of Victor Vickhurst.
Yeah.
He's a talented fighter. I could see somewhat the comparisons to Klitschko. He's got a good extended guard. He's got pretty decent footwork. I will say his chin is a little bit questionable because he got knocked out pretty brutally by Joe Joyce in the World Series of Boxing. Although I will say that was 5 years ago. That is something to consider. And also, I think he needs to work on his balance. Right. If you look at his back foot, it's too straight up instead of actually being widened. It needs to widen up a little bit more because every time he gets hit with his jab, he always falls back a little bit and stumbles because of that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's a solid prospect, but
when you think of Davtiev, is that his name?
Oh yeah, Davtiev. He's okay. Like, he's heavy-handed and that, but I'd say he's like he'll probably like get to like Brazil level kind of thing, like kind of like fringe contender maybe. I'd say that's my opinion anyway. Kind of like fringe contender. That's how I see him. I think the best prospects right now are probably that Jalalov kid from Uzbekistan. He looks pretty solid. Hergovich, who else did I say? I think Tony Yoka's up there.
Oh yeah, that dude Jalalov is probably my favorite among the heavy prospects. He's very naturally skilled.
I like to see Yoka versus Hergovich.
Yeah, that's a great fight, man. That's a rematch as well from that Olympic fight.
Yeah,
that'd be a good fight.
Honestly, I had Hergovich winning that Olympic fight. And I think Hergovich showed pretty decent upper body movement in that fight.
Yeah, Hergovich has been a weird one. I still rate him, but when he turned pro, I was expecting a little bit more, just in terms of the speed of his career, how it's been progressed. I know he's only had 10 fights, but still, the guy's had an extensive amateur background. And we're talking about Jerry Forrest next. That's disappointing to me. I want a Bakole.
Now you just only said he's had 10 fights. Maybe that guy you said it's only 10 fights. It's not a lot, is it?
It's not a lot.
Who was Joshua fighting? And Joshua was relatively fast tracked. But
yeah, that is true. Maybe my expectations are too high, but it's not even just that though. It's like how he's looked in certain fights. He's hot and cold. Sometimes he looks on it and he looks solid, but other times he looks a bit lackadaisical, a little bit clumsy. So it's kind of hard to judge how good this guy is, but we'll see, man.
Sometimes his body's a bit soft. I see him recently. I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. When he first turned, he looked better.
Yeah.
Like when he fought Mansour, he looked pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't know who Hergovich should fight next.
Man,
probably the guy who dealt with I don't think we can expect too much from guys like him. How much fights has Jagba had? A similar amount of fights. They're not gonna.
He's had 12 or 13, but honestly, Hergovich would brutalize him. Jagba just isn't all that.
In saying that, how many fights has Dubois had? Like he's going in with Joe Joyce.
Yeah,
He's had about 10. He's
and
had 14.
yeah, and he's had a considerably less amateur career than these guys.
Yeah.
He had like two. He had like 2 senior fights, I think. That's it.
He had, yeah, Ajagbo only had 2 good actual amateur opponents. One of them was Daichko, who he lost to, and Arjwai, who he beat a few years ago.
Yeah, there's a lot of prospects at heavyweight, but a lot of these guys are kind of none of them, apart from Dubois, are taking that big step yet.
What do you think of Fraser Clark? You think he's got a chance of winning the Olympics?
Meh.
Not with Jalalov, I'll be honest with you. I think he'll medal. I think he can medal, like bronze or silver. But if he wins gold, I'll be very impressed. Very impressed, man. There's some big old boys in those amateurs, man.
Yeah, honestly, I'll take. I think Jalalov is the most talented heavyweight prospect. His movement, his jab, his power. He's got a decent body attack.
Southpaw as well, yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna be a tough matchup for anybody.
Yeah, man. Yo, lads, I'm gonna wrap this one up.
All right, no problem.
Yeah, man. Thank you guys for coming on, though. Much appreciated.
All right. Enjoy your birthday.
Do you want to shout out your channel?
Yep, Boxing Beats and Rhymes. Sub. Check it out. Got a new video up and all that. No
Nice
problem.
one.
All right, peace.
Peace. Intangible, do you want to shout out your channel?
Sure, Intangible Boxing.
Yes, sir. Make sure
I
you
talk
subscribe.
about things on it every now and then, and that's it. Yeah, take care, bro.
Take care, man. Thanks to the chat as well. Thank you, guys. I know when people come on, it's a lot harder to answer questions and read comments. But thank you for the support. Thank you guys for the super chats as well. Much appreciated. Hopefully you enjoyed the stream. Peace.